Regarding the preamble of the Indian Constitution.
Hello everyone, dear student. Today we are going to deliver a lecture on the amendment, procedure of amendment and Article 13 of the Indian Constitution. So Article 13 of the Indian Constitution we have taken in the amendment for the purpose of that. Article 13 clause 2 says that the state shall not make any law which takes away and abridges the provisions conferred in part 3rd of the Indian Constitution. But the problem is that Article 368 of the Indian Constitution deals regarding the power and procedure of the amendment of the Constitution. So in this article, the provision is that the Parliament have power to change, to repeal, to amend any provision of the Indian Constitution, including part 3rd of the Indian Constitution. So for that kind, we will discuss Article 368 and Article 13 simultaneously. So according to Article 368, Parliament have power to change any law, to change and to repeal any provision of the Indian Constitution, including part 3rd of the Indian Constitution. So this controversy first time came before the Supreme Court of India in Shankari Prasad case 1951. In this case, the question was that whether the Parliament have power to amend part 3rd of the Indian Constitution or not, or whether the Parliament have unlimited power to change any provision of the Indian Constitution. So in this case, the Supreme Court with the majority held that Parliament have power to amend any law, including part 3rd of the Indian Constitution, because Article 13 clause 2 says that the state shall not make any law. In this article, the law also include in the amendment of the Indian Constitution. Again, the same question came before the Supreme Court in 1965 in Sajjan Singh case. In this case, the Supreme Court again the passed the same judgment which is passed in the earlier case in 1951 in Shankari Prasad. So in Sajjan Singh, the same ruling passing by the Supreme Court that Parliament have unlimited power to repeal, to change any provision including the fundamental right of the Indian Constitution. But after some time, during the ruling of the Madam Indira Gandhi in 1967, third case came before the Supreme Court, that is I.C. Golaknath versus Union of India AIR 1967 Supreme Court. In this case, the judgment was passed by the Supreme Court that the Parliament not have unlimited power to amend the fundamental right of the Indian Constitution. No doubt, Parliament, the supreme authority of the legislative body or the law-making body, but the Parliament have power to amend any provision of the Constitution except part 3rd of the Indian Constitution. So in this case, the Supreme Court, by 11 judges bench with the majority 6-5 majority overruled the previous two judgments like the Shankari Prasad and the Sajjan Singh. But in this case, the Supreme Court held that the Parliament have power to amend any law, but not have power to change any provision of the part 3rd of the Indian Constitution, and part 3rd is the basic rights to protect the citizens, to protect the persons of the country. If the Parliament have power to change that kind of particular law or the fundamental right, so there is some kind of dispute between the peoples of the and the government. So after that, the fourth case came before the Supreme Court, that is the landmark judgment, that is the historical judgment in this case, and the name of the case is Keshwananda Bharti versus State of Kerala, AIR 1973 Supreme Court. In this case, the Supreme Court overruled I.C. Golaknath versus State of Punjab case and held that Parliament have power to change any law, Parliament have power to amend any law, Parliament have power to repeal any law, including Part 3 of the Indian Constitution. But the basic structure doctrine also evolved by the Keshwananda Bharati case, and further the court in the same judgment held that Parliament have power to change any law including Part 3 of the Indian Constitution, but Parliament not have power to destroy the basic features of the Indian Constitution. So that is the dispute between Article 13 and Article 368 of the Indian Constitution. But 368 basically deals that the power and procedure of the amendment. There are three types of the procedure of the amendment of the Constitution. One is simple majority, second is absolute majority, third one is absolute majority with the ratification of the state. So by the three process, according to Article 368, Parliament have power to amend any kind of law including Part 3 of the Indian Constitution. And further there are a lot of judgment passed in regard to maintain the harmonious constructions of the Constitution, like Minerva Mills versus Union of India AIR 1980 Supreme Court, L. Chandra Kumar versus Union of India, and lot of judgment, and one another dispute in Keshwananda Bharati with the 9th schedule of the Indian Constitution regarding the amendment process. In this case, the question was that whether the Parliament have power to change or to review any kind of law, those enacted by the Parliament and put in the 9th schedule of the Indian Constitution. So in this case, the Supreme Court in IR Coelho versus State of Tamil Nadu 2007, in this particular case, the Supreme Court held that Parliament have power to review the law which is enacted by the Parliament and insert in 9th schedule after the cut-off date of Keshwananda Bharati case. After 23rd April 1973, those law which is enacted by the Parliament and insert in 9th schedule, so on that kind of particular law, the judiciary have power to review if there is any kind of a contradiction between existing law or that kind of particular law. But before 23rd April 1973, Parliament enacted any law regarding the land laws or other than land laws enacted and insert in the 9th schedule. So before 23rd April, the judiciary not have power to review on that kind of particular law, whether that kind of law is violate any kind of fundamental right or any kind of features of the Indian Constitution. Thank you.